Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
All right. Well, we're here on a Friday, this August the 16th. It's the Call Flow Radio Show. Of course, the number is 434-399-400924. We do have a special guest in our studio. It's Doug Stanley. He's the Prince Edward County Administrator. And we welcome Doug again to the WFLO microphone. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing good. You mentioned the Elvis anniversary there on the radio, and it's one of those things, a seminal moment. You remember, where were you when you heard that Elvis passed? I think I was 8, and I was visiting family in Augusta, Georgia. And I remember we were listening to the radio, and it coming over the radio, and everybody was stunned. Elvis was the king.
The king.
He was big.
That's right. I was in Virginia Beach.
Yep, it's kind of like 9/11. You remember where you were when that happened. So it's hard to believe it's been that many years, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You told me you were 7 years old in 1977, and I'm thinking, oh boy, he's so young. So what's been going on? Y'all had a meeting this past week.
We did. We had a board meeting on Tuesday the 13th, and a number of items. A lot of it, we had a bunch of reports, and I'll go over. We had one public hearing. We had a public hearing on a request from Prince Edward County Public Schools to for $1,045,000 of carryover funds to appropriate for the new budget year that started July 1. Those are state funds and $1.2 million in federal funds. The Board of Supervisors held the hearing and tabled action on it. We had some additional information on those carryover balances. Hopefully, we'll get those approved at our next meeting. Board also approved a $2,500 contribution for a project coming up. Justine Young, who's head of Piedmont Senior Resources, she's working with Piedmont Health District on what's called a remote area medical event, RAM for short. That's being organized by the Piedmont Health District. This event will be held next March 28th through 30th. So it's a Friday to Sunday event. The event will be held, the events are meant to provide healthcare services to underserved individuals who do not have healthcare or access to healthcare. The events usually have hundreds to potentially thousands of people who will come in from the region to receive multiple types of medical and dental care at no cost. The team comes in complete with doctors, nurses, and staff, and support from agencies such as Piedmont Senior Resources. So the health district is responsible for feeding that team while they're here. And so the board made a $2,500 donation. I know they've approached the other counties in the region to support that. They're trying to raise $35,000 to be able to cover that event. The other thing is, all those folks are coming to town. They'll be spending money while they're here.
Yeah,
so
of course.
it's a good thing for the citizens because they get that free health care.
Yes.
And I think it's important to remember that some of these people are people who can't afford to go to the doctor. And so hopefully it may be the one time they're able to get the health care they need. Board also, it's late summer, which means it's fair time here in Prince Edward County.
Right, the 5-county fair.
So the board approved 2 festival permits, event permits. The first for the Appomattox Young Farmers. They're holding the Truck and Tractor Pull on August 31st at the 5-county fairgrounds. And the 5-county Fair Association will hold the fair September 24th through 28th. So those things are teed up. Board, we also approved, we bought a new tractor for our general services department from Taylor Forbes. It's always great when you can spend money locally. And we also got a big project where we're going to be cleaning the ductwork in the courthouse. The courthouse getting close to 30 years after the renovation back in 1996.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's amazing, how much I'll say dust, dirt, and all that stuff that you collect over the years. So we've got a company that's going to come in and clean everything top to bottom and all the air handling units. We also heard reports from a number of our community partners, including Dr. Scott Davis, the Farmville Town Manager, Dr. Barbara Johnson, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Maria Allman from the Piedmont Health District, and Justine Young from Piedmont Senior Resources. So it's always great to kind of see what our partners are doing and what projects are going on in the community. And as always, I'm amazed at how much is really going on. And we also, this is our third in a series called Business Spotlight. We had Randy Myers, who's president of operations out at Triborough Shelving. Randy came in to talk about Triborough, what they're doing as a business, and they're thriving, looking for employees like everybody else. But it's always good to highlight our local businesses and how they contribute to our community and providing with jobs, tax base, and support for our residents. A few other things to talk about. I was able to tell the board last Tuesday that we were successful in one of our grant applications for our new radio system upgrade. We were awarded a grant in the amount of $990,761 that will help pay for all the new radios for our fire and rescue and EMS apparatus.
Fantastic.
It is. Our share of the project, it's a regional project between Prince Edward, Farmville, Longwood, and Hampton-Sydney police departments.
Right.
Our share is just under $5 million, so that's about close to a 20% share of that project. So that's going to reduce the out-of-pocket expenses for the county, and i.e. the county taxpayer. So we're excited about that. We're working with the Commonwealth Regional Council and the counties that surround Prince Edward. We received a $50,000 grant, not only for us, but $50,000 per each of the 6 surrounding counties. It's going to help us work on a plan to look at affordability for broadband. We're out there pumping out grant dollars, state, local grant dollars, federal grant dollars to help connect up the entire county.
Right.
We want to make sure that people, when they get the service, are able to afford it. And there are some federal dollars out there that can help us, buy down the cost of service. So we want to make sure that all segments of the community have access to the internet. It's kind of like electricity was in the 1930s. Without it, you can't be successful.
Yeah.
Particularly our school children who need to access the internet to be able to do their homework these days. So we're going to act as the fiscal agent. We'll work with the regional council in helping to roll out that plan. We also are applying for a grant through VDOT. It's a 100% grant that will look at a study out at Zion Hill Road out by the Prince Edward County Schools, the high school, middle school, and elementary. There's an apartment complex, Poplar Forest, there at the end of the road. And I've noticed over the years we got lots of kids that walk back and forth to the schools. We don't have sidewalks on that road, so VDOT's going to look at what it would take and look at the demand to see what it would take to put in sidewalks to make it a little bit more accessible. It's particularly tough when you look at the winter weather and kids are trudging through snow and mud and everything else to get to school. Let's see, a couple other things. Commercially, if you've been out south of town, you'd notice, the Wawa site, the building is actually coming up out of the ground.
It's growing.
The Harbor Freight, they've got the pad site done. So those projects are exciting to see. Some of those projects really take off and start coming to fruition. Most of those will be, I think, towards the end of the calendar year. You'll see completion. That's one of the big things everybody wants to call and say, when are those going to be completed? So it's coming. The other big project we're gearing up for is the elementary school renovation project. Again, about a $43 million project, all-inclusive. The first step right now is they're prepping the pad for the installation of 16 portable classroom units. Those should start going in around early September. I think the goal is to have those hooked up and ready to go. So about fall break, the second week of October, they'll be able to make those classroom switch and move some of those elementary students over. In the meantime, the overall construction renovation project will go out to bid the last week of August. Bids will be due the last week of September. And I think the plan is for the school board to consider award of a bid at their meeting in October. So getting everything kind of teed up to get that project moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving forward.
Sounds great.
Just a few other things, and we're working on our comprehensive plan. I've talked about that.
Yes.
We also are working to update the county's capital improvement plan. That includes all projects that are $50,000 in cost or more. Really looking at upcoming building improvements, things like a new animal shelter that's been in the current plan that we're hoping to get started on. And then we're working on an economic development strategic plan. And we had a Zoom meeting yesterday. It's really exciting to see not only the government players, people that are on our Industrial Development Authority board, but business leaders that are involved in this process, folks like Luther Cyphers with Yak Attack. Luther's fantastic. He's also working with a number of other folks and doing some development projects, including 201 East Main up here on the corner. Made great improvements to that building, but really trying to look at what it's going to take to move our community forward and look at things like barriers to success for businesses, incentive programs, but also looking at things like housing, because we need workforce housing in this community. So it's great opportunity to bring everybody together and talk about those issues and talk about things that the county can do, things that the town can do to help, I'll say, grease the skids to make it a little bit easier for us to be successful.
Well, we had Mayor Vincent in here yesterday, and he was saying that, it's the communication. Sometimes you go to the town council meetings, and he comes to
Scott comes to board meetings. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right now the council and board of supervisors and staff are in a good place. I think we're working well together. I think everyone realizes if you don't work well together, we're not going to be successful.
That's right.
And if the town fails, we fail, and vice versa. So I think everybody's in the boat, and we're all rowing in the same direction. That's hopefully will lead to success for the community.
Well, I think the roads too that you were talking about, some of the improvements on the rural rural roads and everything. How's that going along?
We actually just completed 3, I'll say, rural upgrades where they basically turned gravel roads and tarred and chipped them and brought them up to standards. We've got a few things looming. I know there's we've got a revenue sharing project there at the Manor to install turn lanes. That's probably a couple years away. You've got a big project here in town where they're talking about doing a roundabout right up here on High Street in Griffin, and that's going to be a big project. The problem is these things they're complicated. You got to get funding in place. You have to acquire right away. You got to move utilities. Then you got to bid the project, award the contract, and get the contractor started. So, unfortunately, some of these things take 5 or 6 years.
Well, I understand that the roundabout's been talked about since 2015.
9 years later, we're still a couple years away, right?
Right.
But it's it's the wheels grind painfully slow sometimes. But sometimes that's partly it has a process, right?
Yes, it is a process,
including the public comment process and all of that as well.
You want to make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed.
And the ducks are in a row.
The ducks are in a row. That's right. Yeah, we got a duck derby coming up too, don't we?
We do. I think Piedmont Senior Resources is right before the
Heart of Virginia Festival.
Heart of Virginia Festival. I know Justine reported I think they're also partnering with Farmville Downtown to work on an event that evening as well. So I'll have to make sure to buy my ducks.
Oh, yeah. Get your ducks in a row for the duck race, of course. Well, are there any other comments that you would like to make?
One of the other projects that we've been working on since 2021. So Prince Edward and the counties that surround us were all part of what was called the Virginia's Growth Alliance, which was a large regional collaboration of localities that stretched all the way down to Emporia and Greensville, with the mission of promoting the region. I think Prince Edward Board and the boards of most of our neighbors pulled out of VGA in part because I felt like we weren't seeing the return on investment that we were making each year. So since 2021, we've been working on the creation of a new regional organization to stand up to promote the region. And the reality is the state of Virginia and the Virginia Economic Development Partnership, who vets different projects that come, economic development projects, they don't want to deal with each of the 95 counties of Virginia. They'd rather deal with, say, a regional group that has 6-8 counties with it. And
right, it makes it a whole lot easier.
It does. And then that region deals with the individual counties. So we are in the process just this week have created Virginia's Heartland Regional Economic Development Association. And I was elected this week as the vice chair of the organization. But it includes Buckingham, Cumberland, Nottoway, Lunenburg, Charlotte, and Prince Edward, with the goal of promoting the region. We're gonna. We've also. It's kind of neat. We brought in Longwood and Southside Virginia Community College as partners, realizing that workforce is an important and integral part of that equation. We've got the Small Business Development Center as a part of that. So we're really, I think, trying to lean in hard to this business promotion concept.
Yeah.
And we've asked each of the localities to commit to 5 years of funding. And we're going to have half the board members are going to be private sector board members. So there'll be people from business and industry in the region. They'll be partnering with us and have a seat at the table to talk about business promotion. So hopefully good things are coming regionally, and at least everybody's working together. And I think it's critical because I think I said this before. If you look at the 2050 population projections that are put out by the Weldon Cooper Center at the University of Virginia, they're showing, we're going to grow by 7 people in 25 years. If you're not growing, you're dying. Buckingham will grow a little bit because of what's going on in Charlottesville. Amelia is going to grow a little bit because of Chesterfield. But especially the counties to the south of it, they're talking about, the Charlottes and Mecklenburgs are going to lose 15, 20% of their population. So we've really got to look at job creation and creating housing to support maintaining, kind of where we're at. But also,
it's sad to see towns going down. And, that is just like with Pamplin City, Pamplin.
Yes.
They are working together to rebuild that downtown area.
And the reality is without rooftops, you're not going to get things like a third grocery store in Farmville. You need some growth, healthy growth. You don't want too much, but you need a healthy growth rate to be able to encourage and attract those types of amenities. And the other thing is that we've been losing school population, and part of that is the brain drain of our kids grow up, go away to college, they don't come back.
That's right.
And so those are the folks that are childbearing age that ultimately will have the families that'll be in the school system. So job creation and having affordable quality housing are all important aspects of that. So through multiple different ways we're trying to attack the issue. So, but it is really exciting to see not only, say, the town and county locally, but also the region, people coming together trying to work on this issue. Communication
is
absolutely
is what it's all about. That's how you succeed, basically. Whether it's good communication or not so good, but at least you're talking.
Exactly.
That's good. Well, we're just about out of time, but if you would like to stick around, and we'll open up the lines.
Okay.
At 434-394-0924. Maybe some of our listeners will have a question for you. And if not, then we'll close it down and, get to the remainder of our day. I know you've been very busy. And just another thing to tell you that we do appreciate you and the hard work that you do.
Well, it's
we feel like the county and the town are all in good hands.
I appreciate that, and we've got a great board of supervisors, and it's great to see. We've got 8 individuals that Not everybody's the same. Everybody, different politics, all that stuff. But everybody wants our community to succeed, and they have the interest of the town and county at their heart.
That's right, and that's one thing we appreciate that. And if you do have that one goal in mind, the success and the prosperity of your community where you live, you're going in the right direction, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Doug. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming. Look forward to next month.
Absolutely.
Come in and chat with us again. Be safe, and I hope that grandbaby's doing all right.
Little Jesse's doing just fine.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks.
That's good. All right. Take care. All right. Let's see. It is just about 8:30, so what we will do is we'll get John Staten in here and get him all set up, and I will get to the weather forecast for Southside and Central Virginia. And let's see, we've got John in here. Good morning, John. How are you?
I am copacetic. How are you?
Copacetic. Oh, my gosh, I haven't heard that word in a long time. Copacetic. Okay. All right, we do have a weather forecast coming up. It's brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, the WFLO forecast goes like this. We'll see lots of sunshine today and a little warmer, high around 87 degrees. For tonight, look for mostly cloudy with a chance of showers at 30%, a low of 70 degrees. Saturday, look for a high of 87 with 30 to 40% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Saturday night, chance of thunderstorms with a low around 70 degrees. For Sunday, a slight chance of some thunderstorms in the morning and then about 20%, and then it goes up to a 50% chance on Sunday. So we'll see a high of 85 degrees. On Sunday night, a 30% chance of thunderstorms with a low of 67. Monday, 50% chance of some thunderstorms, otherwise mostly sunny on Monday. Monday night, we'll view that full moon and look for a low of 62 degrees with clear skies, maybe a passing thunderstorm. And for Tuesday, it's going to be beautiful, sunny with a high of 81 degrees and low humidity as well. All right, taking a look at our weather stats, we do have our humidity is, I'll get it here in just a second. Humidity is at 83%. We do have winds coming in very light from the northeast, 3 miles per hour, maybe gusting up to 8 miles per hour. And our barometric pressure is falling just a tad. We're now at 30.07 inches. And our current temperature is at 69 degrees under sunny skies. That's your weather forecast on WFLO, brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County, with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. We've got our birthdays and perhaps anniversaries coming your way, brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
Well, we've got our birthday music going, and it's Friday, so we've got 3 days worth of folks celebrating. So here we go. John?
Yes, present.
Help yourself.
Oh, goody. All right, today is Friday, August 16th. Here we go, celebrating today. It's either Rashawn or Rashawn, Rashawn. I remember in school. Yeah, I remember Rashawn is what we would call him in school. Not this particular person, but I knew somebody of the same first name. Okay, Rashawn Montgomery having a birthday. Taylor Page Needham. And Tom McCann, I should say, McCann. Tom McCann.
Yeah, Tom McCann, like Tom McCann's shoes.
You got it.
Okay.
And
maybe he was named after that.
Maybe so. And then we have multiple lists here, so now I refer to this one. Also, we're still on today, 16th, James Guy Vai. Now, there's a guitarist I remember, Steve Vai, and he spelled his last name the same, V-I-A.
Oh, okay.
Now, how would you say it if not
I don't know. I would have said Via, but
maybe it is. But anyway, James is from Henrico, and he's having a birthday today on the 16th as well. Now we move on to the weekend. Saturday, it's the 17th, and then celebrating will be Will Roberts, Heath Taylor, Nina Lido, Eleanor Head, Sal Amato, and Lucas Higgins, celebrating on the 17th. And now we refer to the other list, and that is Kirby Reed Motley of Farmville.
Kirby Motley. All right.
You know Kirby.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The way you said it made it sound like you did. All right. And then Sunday the 18th, we've got Pat Hauser, Jeff Martin, Margaret Pass, Hunter McCraw, and then we've got anniversaries on Sunday the 18th, Sonny and Joyce Rice, Bob and Betty Thompson, and referring to our other list now, celebrating on the 18th, which is Sunday, Barry Miles of Cumberland.
Oh, Barry has a birthday, all right.
That name sounds familiar. Wayne Williams of Arvonia, and we've got Gordon Moss of Dillon, 90 years young on the 18th.
Happy birthday. All right. That's fantastic. That was quite a list.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And how do they get those names to us?
You can phone us right now, 434-394-0924, or you can send the names to birthdays@wflo.net.
Okay. And for the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, on Main Street in downtown Farmville. She's a fine sponsor of our birthdays and anniversaries for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. All right. We've got a time of 8:35, and let's get to celebrity birthdays for today.
I don't get to do this with Noah. He's not interested in that sort of thing.
Oh, he's not?
I'm just messing around.
I know. That figures. Let's see who's celebrating a birthday on this August the 16th. TV personality Kathy Lee Gifford.
Ah, yes.
She's turning 70 today.
He used to do that show with Regis in the mornings.
That's right.
Regis Philbin, to be exact.
Regis Philbin, yep. He's passed on.
Yes, he has, sadly.
Director James Cameron.
Okay.
Of course, I remember Titanic, of course, directing that. Anyway, he turned 69 today. And let's see who else is celebrating a big day today. Singer Madonna. I didn't even recognize her picture. She's 65. She actually hosted an episode of SNI, of course, Saturday Night, SNL, Saturday Night Live.
What's SNI?
Excuse me.
It's like CNI or something.
Yeah, right.
CSI or whatever.
Anyway, years before appearing as the musical guest, so she's been around a while. She's turning 65 today. Actress Angela Bassett turns 65. And let's see who else. Oh, yes, Timothy Hutton.
Timothy Hutton, yes, I remember. He was in that movie that I remember, Taps, I want to say is what it was called. Very young. It would have been him. I want to say Kevin Bacon might have been in it.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. was it Kevin Bacon? No, it was the Tom Cruise was in it. Mm-hmm. It was like one of the first things he did, or pretty early on, and it was Sean Penn. Uh-huh. That was the name. It wasn't who I said. It was Sean Penn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
Kevin Bacon, I don't think was in it.
Okay. Well,
one of the few films he wasn't in.
Anything else?
No. I think we may. Did we have a caller? I think we do.
I do. We do.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll catch that caller. And Timothy Hutton won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar in 1981 for his role in Ordinary People.
Aha.
And so, anyway, we will take our caller here. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Well, surprise. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Henry.
I just heard yesterday that a 35-year employee at WFLO had passed away this week. Erna Clements Day.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, she passed away. Uh-huh. And, like I said, she was there, 35 years or so at Flow in the office.
Oh, in the office, okay.
And, in the last few years, she'd been attending Heritage Baptist Church, which was our church. Mm-hmm. And her daughter, Connie, lives in Richmond, I think, and Larry Clements and his bride, of course, live in Farmville, and I wanted to extend my condolences to them.
Yeah, absolutely,
And also on the lighter side, I have a nephew, Joe Buck Fulcher, who turned 70. I think it was the day before yesterday, and I don't know if he remembers this or not. Back before they had these safety belt features in cars, so that was about 65 years ago, they were driving down a highway at 60 miles an hour. Brother Joe was driving. Joe Buck was standing up between Brother Joe and his wife, Gladys. Mm-hmm. So he's standing up, and they're doing, 60 miles an hour. And he decided that he was going to do a chin-up. So he reached up and caught the gear shift and pulled down on it like he was going to, do a chin-up. And the gears went from high gear to reverse at 60 miles an hour.
Wow.
And it did not help the transmission at all.
I'm sure it didn't. Good grief.
And I don't know, Joe Buck may have been too small to remember that, but I remember it very well, and I just wanted to share that. I hope he had a great 70th. Thank y'all for putting up with me, and hope to talk to you on Tuesday.
All right. Take care.
Take care, Henry.
All right. Thanks. All right.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, I don't remember Irma Clements Day, but, usually when people went to work at Flow, a lot of them stayed. It was like family for years and years and years. So that was something. All right. Well, the lines are open again at 434-394-0924 on this Friday, August the 16th. Checking with birthdays again. We talked about Timothy Hutton turning 63. And let's see, Steve Carell turned 61 today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a funny guy.
40-year-old virgin guy.
Yeah,
right?
that's him.
Yeah.
We remember them trying to shave his chest.
That was a tough scene to watch.
Oh, that really.
Speaking for a guy that's got hair on his chest.
My. He recently appeared in Wes Anderson's Asteroid City. Whatever that was.
I guess most people would know him from that. What was the TV show, The Office?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, and I don't watch it, but I know a lot of people
like that show, and most people will probably think of that when they think of him.
Yeah. Well, actress Kristen Milioti,
I wouldn't know.
turns 38 today.
All right.
Let's see who else. Actress Rumor Willis.
That's one of Bruce's and
Yes.
Demi's kids.
Yes, and yeah, she's got both of their features.
No, very much so.
I would think. Yeah, she gave birth to her first child, a daughter, earlier this year. So, some other celebrities celebrating: actor Gary Clark of Hondo and the Virginian. You want to know those? I know him.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't really watch those shows.
You didn't.
I watched the movie Hondo with John Wayne, but I never really watched the show. I know of the Virginian, but if my dad didn't dig the show, I didn't watch it. That's usually how it worked.
Oh, okay.
So if it was Gunsmoke or Wild Wild West, the only one that he would watch that I didn't watch much was Big Valley. He would watch that.
Oh, yeah.
He liked Rawhide and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, anyway, actor Gary Clark turns 90 today.
All right.
Actor Julie Newmar of TV's Batman.
Oh, yeah. Probably the best Catwoman on TV ever.
She's 90 today.
Yeah.
And actor-singer Ketty Lester of Little House on the Prairie
Okay.
is 89 today. Actor Anita Gillette is 87. And ballerina Suzanne Farrell is 78. All right, we do have a caller, so we'll take that. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Oh, good morning, people.
Well, hello.
Hi. You guys were just talking about something real quick. I have a question. Both of you watch Gunsmoke?
Yes.
Do you ever... Because I know you do, Chris.
Yeah, I did.
But, yes, you guys seem to be big fans. But do you ever... The saloon that Kitty runs, is that kind of like kind of like a whorehouse, kind of?
Cat house would be the appropriate term.
What do they call it then?
Cat house.
A cat house.
Oh, a cat house.
Cat house,
well,
yeah.
I'm
I'm just
sorry.
joking. They were known as that as well. Yeah, I guess it was alluded to that that's what it was, but TV back in those days, they were just saloon girls hanging out, and the guys were buying
Miss
drinks.
Kitty ran a clean business. She ran a clean saloon.
Okay, it was named, yes.
And the name of the
drinking.
saloon was the Long Branch, by the way.
I was trying to think.
It escaped my
That's all right.
my brain this morning.
That's all right.
And
I'm
also,
a wealth of useless information.
Good. So here's a question, and I'm not even sure how to put it. But I watch it and I never see it. Do you think that Miss Kitty and Matt ever hooked up? Do you ever picture that, or ever smooched, or ever?
I don't think they ever kissed on screen ever.
Or even I guess the second phase of after kissing.
No.
I don't think it ever. It might have been alluded to in some episodes that maybe they were fond of each other in a relationship, but they never went so far as to even show them kiss on screen.
Yes, because I never saw one where they did.
They didn't, to my knowledge.
All right. I was just curious. They just popped up when you guys were talking about Gunsmoke.
Well, I had this when I was watching, and one of the reasons why I watched.
I can't speak for her and Festus.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't mean. Well, golly, Bill Matthews, she done got her lip locked on me, and I can't.
Right. You made me forget what I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, oh, never mind. Well, Francis loved Gunsmoke.
Oh, yeah.
He loved James Arness. I understand that his brother
was the guy on Mission Impossible, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name, though.
I think he passed away yesterday.
Oh, really?
Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall was a game show host.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't...
No, I'm trying to think.
Maybe I've got them mixed up. But I know that he was brothers. He had a brother.
He did have a brother, yes. They also had the same mother.
That's
Well, I say that. I don't know that for sure.
That's a good thing.
Don't quote me on that.
No, Francis loved it, and that was one of the reasons.
Peter
why.
Graves.
Peter
Right.
Graves was his brother. That's right. Okay. Well, they both had the same first name, right?
I guess.
Okay. Anyway, Francis loved it, so and we would get into it, and I would say, "Well, have you seen this one?" And he says, "Well, wait just a few minutes. I've got to, get into the story." And of course, he'd seen practically every episode 4, 5, or 6 times. But he loved Miss Kitty, and I always wondered whether or not they were going to have a romantic interlude like that, but they never did.
Yeah.
So, but
No.
it was very prominent in the fact that Matt was very, very fond of Miss Kitty, but it didn't have to go into the kissing and all that kind of stuff and all that. You could tell. Just by the way,
yeah.
So you really
I stopped to watch. I'm not a big fan of the color ones, so I was a big black and white fan. So I never really started to catch the endings to see how Miss Kitty just got tired of it and waiting around and split, or.
Yeah, she wasn't part of the show in at least the last season, I believe. She left, and then of course
I think she was ill.
I don't remember what the reasoning was. I think she thought that they were going to end it, one of those kind of stories, and they kept it going for at least one more season. From what I understand, that show towards the latter part, that one was always scheduled to be taken off, but the head of CBS, I think his wife loved the show so much that she would say, put it back on and all. So he would put it back in the schedule so up until a point anyway, and then. But so this is why Peter Graves doesn't have the same name as James Arness, even though they're brothers. Their actual family name is Arness. The parents' last names are Arness.
Right.
So James kept his name, and Peter took Graves for whatever reason.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Right.
And it says here he died in 2010. Peter
2010.
Graves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see,
He was 83 when he passed.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, how have you been?
Oh, fine, yes. I'm working a place that's a little far away. It's like an hour drive. I decided to help somebody out for a few days.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you to do.
I know. I can't even listen to your show.
Oh.
So you do listen to it on the radio?
No, by the time I get close to the job, I can't hear anything. So it's probably...
I meant when you are at home, you listen to it on the radio.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
How would you know that?
We just said that's... You couldn't get it now, so I'm assuming that means you listen to it on the radio at home. Because you can stream it anywhere. So when you said that you couldn't hear us, I said, well, then he must normally listen on radio then.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Detective.
Yeah. We met your wife yesterday.
I wasn't going.
Did she spew information?
I wasn't going to allude to it, but
well, she just brought by some peppers and things like that for Noah.
Good.
And
she didn't tell you my. Go ahead.
Tell us your what?
My name. She didn't tell you my name, did she?
No, but I think if I had to guess, it sounds like a Western that some people have seen before.
Oh my gosh! You know what I did when she come back and she said she was chatting, and I'm like, I feel like I was Batman. Now I'm just everybody knows my name. Everybody knows.
I haven't said a word. I haven't said a word either. But I will say this: there's a movie where a kid keeps yelling the name out at the end.
You've gone too far. Yes. Gone too far, John.
Yes, actually, that's where my mom got the name.
It will not be repeated. Really?
Yeah, she fell in love with it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because there was almost nobody ever. I never heard it before until later in life. People started to get that name.
Is it spelled like that too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. There you go. Yeah.
So, take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, we'll take it for what it's worth. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
We do know that you have 7 dogs, and that you rescue dogs, and that you've got 3 goats. Yes.
Yeah.
And that you like to cook?
Oh, my God. Bake, yes. I'm a baker.
Baker. Okay. All right.
Yeah. A horrible one. But, yeah.
Well, your wife is
That's what
lovely.
makes it fun.
And,
She was very nice.
Yeah, she's lovely, and she likes to talk. She does, and we like to
she
talk.
is a social butterfly,
we did
yeah.
have a,
That's for sure.
We had a nice conversation. So
Yeah, she is a
that's good.
talker.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
Oh, my gosh.
But she's
Interesting.
She was saying that you are very much interested in radio, and both of you came to Francis's celebration of life, and I appreciate that.
Oh, yes.
That was
Yeah.
nice. It was last year. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan of his.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I could tell, and like I said, we appreciate it, and we've got an anniversary coming up. It'll be a year on the 21st of August. So anyway,
my.
yeah. Well, it can be a hard time or it can be a good time to celebrate, and I know that he influenced a lot of people and is missed by a lot of people. So it's always nice to remember. So anyway, enough of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Enough of that. So, are you staying home? Well, you are helping somebody out this visit for the weekend, or?
Oh, it's just it was just 3 days. I hope I'll be finished before lunch today.
Oh,
so
okay. So you have the weekend off. That's good.
Yeah, well, I'm leaving on Sunday, going back to Maryland.
Oh, okay. Now, does your wife go with you?
No, ma'am, and no, she needs to
stay home and take care of the dogs.
Somebody needs to, to make sure the animals are good. My mom, she has a little one, and it's just good. They all get out of hand. Some of them are big, some of them are small. Just a selection. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
So that's that.
Okay, that's that. We appreciate your call.
Is the show almost over? I don't have a...
we got about 5 minutes to go.
Oh, okay.
5 good minutes.
Can I go over 2 things quickly?
Sure.
Okay, one of them is, I guess they passed something, maybe with the power companies, that they're going to do 27 miles of windmills on the off the coast of Virginia. Can you imagine that horror?
I can't for the birds. It's like...
yeah, and they're even finding that the animals that, I'll call them animals, but that navigate with sonar, they're messing them up too.
What, the bats?
Well, it could be whale or dolphin or...
That's true, yeah. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
underwater as well. That's... Yeah. No, how many miles? 27?
According to them, 27 miles.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It sure in the heck is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll add to the natural beauty of the land. All that stuff that they
well.
really are worried about when evil corporations come in and build their factories and whatnot. What a bunch of hogwash. I'm sorry. I'm getting on my soapbox here. I don't mean to be.
No, go right ahead.
No, I better keep the old tongue in check.
I love everybody. I love everybody.
Man, especially when they get older and start to rust.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have that rust patina, I guess they'll call it.
And they never talk about how many dead birds they find up under those things that have hit the blades.
No,
they do not, do they?
No, sir.
They're just supposed to pretend that everything's all good and wonderful and sunshine and yada, yada, yada.
It's for the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Of course it is. But no, I hadn't heard about that. What was the other thing you wanted to bring up?
Oh, and I only caught a portion of it because I was traveling and I only heard a few minutes of it. Yesterday you had a guest on, and he was adamant about the 10-foot fence gig.
Oh, that was the mayor.
Yeah, Mayor Vincent.
Yeah.
Brian Vincent, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess my gig is you can't, you get to the end of your driveway and you can't see through a 10-foot, what if it's a chain link fence? Or what if it's a 5-foot fence and you're in a low car? Or what if it's a 4-foot fence? Or what if it's shrubberies at the end? they're just going to keep on pecking at us like a little chihuahua at your ankles.
Now I've had problems with the shrubbery, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
At the old flow location, there was always when you were looking to the left to pull out, there was always those bush. Yeah, that bush that would grow out, and you could not see what was coming.
That's right.
And it was supposed to be like
a mystery pull out.
It was like a 40. Yeah, very much so. It's like a 45 speed limit on that stretch. Let's just say I don't think they were. I think they were going 55 at least.
55, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was always a nice challenge to pull out of that parking lot. Yeah. Cross your fingers and hold your breath.
Yeah, before you cross the street.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, that's.
Well, thank you for bringing those things up because we definitely talked about the ladder, but I hadn't heard about I didn't hear about the 25-mile or whatever 27 miles of windmills on the. You said here in Virginia, right on the coast?
Yeah, off the coast. Yeah.
Wow.
So last night I heard it driving home, and
okay.
But yeah, man. Oh my gosh. So that's my rant.
Makes me wonder if you need that much of anything, is it that efficient in the first place? If you need 27 miles of windmills,
is it really worth it?
It's a lot. That's an awful lot.
Yeah.
It sure is. And nuclear power was supposed to be like the beat-all.
Well, they seem to not want to use that for some reason. They'd rather use...
No, I guess no. Yeah, they're scaring us.
Use something efficient? No, not our government.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm...
Okay.
Oh, my.
It's Friday.
Okay.
It is Friday, and be happy.
Oh,
be happy. Yes.
Don't worry. Whatever you do, be happy.
It's Friday. All right. Well, thank you for calling, and we appreciate you, and we look forward to hearing from you again. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for giving me your time.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
We got to go.
We do.
Yes. It's been a fun week.
Let me get off my soapbox.
Oh, okay. You're off?
Yeah,
Make sure you rinse off really well.
I love everybody. I love doing nothing.
Everybody have a great weekend. Yep. We'll be back on Monday for another episode of
Unless I get taken away by the FBI.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget my show on Sunday from 7 to 10. I've got a good one lined up for you.